Hello YouTube, today we have a motherboard from an MSI GT70. The client states that they want a new connector installed. This is the connector, it's the most standard connector there is. Usually what happens, the pin breaks off in the back of the connector. Let's see if that's the case here. Does it seem like it? Well, it might not even be a connector. Let's see. Oh, looks good. The pin is attached to basically the center pin. Is a one piece with this pin, the same bent leg, and it breaks right there sometimes. Right here in the back. So my guess is probably the soldering points. Yeah, probably the soldering points are not great here. Let me show you. Let's see if this is gonna focus. Yeah, so you see right here, there is like a black line in there. And that black line is probably what doesn't let the current to go through. Once we desolder the connector, we will see that there is a blackness on that rear pin. I will show it to you. And yeah, let's see if we can take it. Let's see if we can desolder this connector. I need some insulation probably for this plastic piece because it's gonna melt. So in order for it not to melt, I'm gonna put some protection on top. Let's make sure there is no components nearby. All right, so this is a 3M tape, stick-on tape. Link should be below, or we could use like a Kapton tape for insulation purposes. Yeah, I just when I put this on, the reflection gonna be pretty heavy on the place where we're gonna desolder this guy from. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some flux to the connector, and then we're gonna add some silver-based, not the silver-based, the lead-based solder here. Lead-based solder gonna penetrate into the silver-based solder. It's gonna lower the melting point, and we would be able to take this connector off the motherboard. Now, my only concern is this component next to it, which we don't wanna take off the motherboard, and I don't wanna put a sticky tape on it, because it might take off the component of the motherboard. So I'm gonna go get some foil for it. All right, so I put the silver tape foil on top of it, so we're gonna be able to just access to this guy. So let's desolder it. All right, so in order to desolder this connector, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some heat to it. We're gonna power up the soldering iron. Oops, where did you go? Right, you got the. It's hard to do it while filming because the camera is one place, the hot air is stationary, and I have to guide it from a different angle. So let's see. Now what, before I begin, I will just put some flux. Flux will hold the hardening of the solder longer, so it will penetrate better into the connector. All right. Alrighty. Good job. So now that everything is penetrated, we increase the hot airflow and we increase the temperature so that the connector would come off the motherboard by itself. All right, that's taking a long time. Seriously, that's not how it's usually supposed to take. It shouldn't take that long, but it does take forever. And I'm not sure why that is. Okay, so the connector came out. Now we're gonna reduce the heat, and we're gonna remove the solder. Okay, almost, but it's not exactly how I want it to be. It's because on this side there's a lot of it's a lot of here. Let's All right. So now you see the holes are nice and empty. We're gonna be able to put a new piece on top of that, and everything should be working fine. Now let's inspect this guy. Yeah, this guy doesn't look that bad, honestly. So can't say if the jack was faulty. About 10 years ago, I ordered about 8,000 of those connectors, and I still have about 5 or 6,000 left. So technically, I replaced more than 1,000 of this particular connector. Same manufacturer, you see that stamp, same design. So we're gonna put the brand new connector right there, and hope it's gonna work, because I didn't see this connector to be that much of an issue on this laptop. I just can't figure out why. Yes, I mean, maybe, here. You see how this part is stuck on the pin? So that's probably part of the motherboard, which ended up on the tip. Oh, here, this part right here. And that's the reason why it didn't work. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But the rear pin. No, it's the rear pin. Okay, never mind. You see that rear pin? When I pushed on it, it was holding by these two plastic pieces. When I pushed on it, it came out. So it is the rear pin. It's not the soldering portion, it's the rear pin. That's how it's supposed to be attached. All right, so here we're gonna put this guy back in, new one. All right. All right. All right, so I had to put it on a slight pedestal to solder everything just fine, like that. And let's see. All right. Doesn't penetrate the way I want it to penetrate. For some reason it's not sucking in the solder the way it should be. Okay. Alrighty. Really, I'm not happy with the way it turned out to be. Alright. Not happy at all. So here. Like, come on. The problem is it didn't penetrate the way I wanted to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat this whole thing up. And hopefully the penetration will happen all the way. Basically the solder should go penetrate the entire length of the okay. Let's take a look. Nope, you see the other side is not penetrated at all. So here, maybe like that. Maybe like that. Let's do it like that. Yep. Okay. So let's do a little bit more like that. Let's bring in the ow, 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 ow. Okay. Let's hope it penetrated right now. All right, let's take a look. Yep. Penetrated beautifully. You see how it penetrated on the sides? Still smokes, but penetration is beautiful. The only thing it didn't penetrate is the rear pin, but the rear pin is always kind of difficult because the area is kind of big. So I'm just gonna solder the rear from the top here. And it's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful soldering connection. Beautiful. Alright, so you see how the soldering is done here on the top. You know what, I will show it to you under the microscope in a second here. Let's remove all of the insulation. Go into the microscope mode. So that's the soldering points, as you can see from the top. You see, better than factory. Everything is penetrated, everything looks good. Now let's bring in from the other angle. You see how penetrated this soldering point is? Those two and those two. Like ideal. This is how it's supposed to be. So I can guarantee you that this connector gonna be sitting like that forever. From the words forever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up this area. I'm gonna clean up the other area. All right. Let's see if we have the lint-free cloth. Let's see if everything's gonna be cleaned up perfectly. Oh, but you see the neighboring. Oh no, that's just a tape. I was thinking the component burned. No, it's just a tape. All right, so tape is no big deal. As long as the component not damaged, I'm good. So yeah, it was just glue was heating up. Yeah. No big deal. Okay. So yeah, this is the way it looks. I'm gonna clean it up a bit more. Let's clean it up a bit more. All right. Beautiful. Well, almost amazing. Let's see. Well, some residue from flux left still, but nothing excessive here. Let's do a little bit more. Yep. This is what I call 99% ISP. Cleans out everything just beautifully. And you would never be able to tell if this is if the solder work was original or not. Well, it's not original because it's better than original. It's made by hand. Alright. Alright, looks good. Let's get all this other stuff out. Let's flip it over. See how bad we have it here. Let's clean this guy as well. Alright, looks good. You see none of the components follow the motherboard. That's the most important part. Nothing else got destroyed. Alright. Beautiful. Let's see on this side. Beautiful. Amazing. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and you have a good day. Thanks. Bye. Alright, so that's the bottom, and the top I already showed you.